Morning, everyone. My name is Carlos. I'm one of the business managers here at BGL, and today I'll be going through our SMSF corporate compliance and administration software, Simple Fund 360. Just a bit of housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded, and all attendees will receive an email with a link to the recording. And for any questions, please use the Q&A, and one of my colleagues will answer your question down below. Simple Fund 360 began as a desktop solution and BGL moved to the cloud, known as Simple Fund 360, released over 10 years ago. Benefits of releasing to the cloud is providing our users with frequent updates and easier access to the software. We have implemented automation throughout the years with our OCR feature, known as Smart Docs, which has increased efficiency and saved time for our clients, importing data directly from PDFs into Simple Fund 360. Simple Fund 360 also has a wide range of ecosystem partners with access to bank feeds through the BGL Bank Data Service and recently with the Open Banking Service. We support over 100 brokers and a connection with a share registry and partner with 10 actuarial providers within the platform. Most recently, we're implementing more automation with our documents and workpapers features and also developing our own AI within the platform to provide further efficiencies. Why invest in self-managed super fund software? Investing in Simple Fund 360 will empower your business to go beyond data entry and become more competitive within the industry. Simple Fund 360 provides a whole wide range of benefits, as you can see below, with our error reduction, time efficiencies, compliance and audit readiness, scalability, multi-user access, integration and automation, professional reporting and forecasting, and also we are ISO 27001 certified. So we do have the high security we can get for our self-managed super fund software, and it is certified across all products, not just Simple Fund 360. Simple Fund 360 has inbuilt a digital accounting workpapers, providing traceability, transparency, consistency, integrations with some audit systems, and also communication with the auditor. You are able to invite them into the system for them to export the documentation reports that are required for the audit. Recently, we've partnered with Xero to build accounting workpapers within their platform for a wide range of entities. And in this webinar, I'll be showing you Simple Fund 360's workpapers. As previously mentioned, BGL has a wide range of ecosystem partners with banks, brokers, digital signing platforms, legal document providers, and actuarial providers, and many more, as you can see here on this screen. I'll just be doing a quick poll just so I'm able to, get a few questions about your situation, just so I can tailor the webinar to you. So that poll should be on your screens just in a few moments if it's not there already. The first question is if you're using any SMSF software at the moment, whether that be Simple Fund 360 or another SMSF platform. Your biggest challenge when, managing SMSF compliance, whether that be manual data, gathering documents from your clients, staying on top of regulatory changes, time-consuming reporting, and also maybe if you want to manage contributions and pensions within the platform. What's the most important when choosing an SMSF compliance platform? Would it be, automation, integrations, easy, how easy it is, it might be to use, security, and also customer service as well, which I'll be touching on towards the end of this webinar. And also, how many SMSFs do you manage at the moment? Whether that be, fewer than 20 or also just maybe a wide range of, SMSFs you may have. And finally, which features, would add most value to your SMSF processing, whether that be, data feeds, AI transactions, smart document reading through our smart docs, just as an example, and also inbuilt work papers, and also reporting and cloud-based options. So I see a few of you have participated in the poll, so I'll just leave it just for a moment or so, and then I'll kickstart the demonstration of the platform. Yep. So I'll just end the poll now, and I will just get started on demonstrating Simple Fund 360. So this is our Insights dashboard screen. So basically, you can call this your home screen where you'll be able to view all of your entities within Simple Fund 360. And as you can see here, if I am in a super fund, it will tell me in the top left-hand corner. This is also used as a search function. We've got one here as well if you want to see it on the home screen. On the left-hand side here, this is our insights. So you're able to filter information through. So I'm also able to collapse the panel and go through here to filter certain pieces of information. So lodgement statuses, you are able to lodge the SMSF return within Simple Fund 360. I will touch on that in this demonstration. But we also got here concessional or non-concessional contribution caps to keep track of if a fund's maybe below their cap or if they're getting close to that limit. We've also got other various ones here as well. And one thing I like to show is unmatched transactions. So we are a double entry accounting system. You are able to click onto here, for example, to see funds that might have more than 60 unmatched transactions. It might be a great place to start for processing if you like to do that first. And also other pieces of information as well. Now, if I click into a super fund, it will take me to the fund dashboard screen. So this is a great way to have a good snapshot of the SMSF. There's pieces of information here, so ABN, TFN. I've also got here unmatched transactions and other pieces of information here as well. Each point of information here has its own dedicated screen. So if you'd like to see in more detail, you don't have to look in the fund dashboard screen. You are able to go to the actual dedicated screen. We've got investment dashboard here to see the top performing or worst performing investments for the SMSF. Members information here, just a quick brief to see the total member balances and also data feeds as well if they are connected. And we've got relationships, workflow jobs, which I'll be touching on, and a notes section. So if you want to add some notes, for example, here, trustees may have been on the holiday. That's something you can add in there. So if someone's processed, you can see why maybe they haven't sent you any documentation. I'll click into the data feeds here. This is our feed management screen. So this will show you basically if you got the feeds turned on, and also this is where you initially set up the feed. So for the bank data service, simply press onto the setup here, and then you'll be able to enter in the bank details, and then it'll tell you the bank, and then the feed provider, either with our open banking service or the BGL bank data service. And then you can print the form for the bank data service, get the authority form signed by the trustee and upload it back into the system. And then the banks will approve it. And then you'll have the feed operating for all bank transactions. Share data there's two parts. There's a contract note service, which is all the buys and sells from the broker directly. So simply press onto the broker, and then there'll be a set of instructions on how to set that up. And the registry data as well, simply press onto setup and you put in your client's HIN, and then it will connect with your registries, and I will show you that screen just in a moment. And lastly, we do have wraps and platforms. So you are able to set up any wraps and platforms within Simple Fund 360 to get the transactions automated into the platform. We also provide a free ESA for all clients on the system. So all you have to do is obviously have the fund within the platform. Simply toggle the one that you want to register. You can do up to 20 at a time, so you can do this in bulk. Simply press on to register. Put the relationship to the fund. So we'll do the trustee in this instance. And our ESA is known as the BGL SF360 ESA. So for you tax agents, you can go through your tax agent portal and notify the ATO of that way that you're using our ESA. That's probably the most efficient. And also with our ESA, you get all contributions, rollovers and release authorities within the platform, all at no cost using our SuperStream service. I'll go over onto our accounting tab. So this is our transaction list. So this is where all the transactions will sit if they've been processed. So unmatched, manually matched, and auto matched. I'll touch on these filters just in a moment, but if I move over to the smart matching screen, this is where you'll be able to see all of your transactions. So if you did have a bank feed, it will this is where it will populate. And if you also have share data feed as well, it will automatically match the transaction together. So rather than you doing manual processing, if you have the data feeds turned on, it will do a lot of automation for you. Now, if the fund's quite basic, might have a property and just a few interest transactions coming through monthly, you are also able to upload PDF bank statements within the system. So if I go into here, I simply just go onto the bank statement, simply press on to open and confirm. What it'll do is it will read the document. This is our Smart Docs feature, and it will have the PDF and also the transactions for the bank side as well. So we'll just give it a moment for the AI to analyze the document. Yep, so this is what will happen here is the PDF will appear on the right-hand side, the one I've just uploaded into the system. And if I click onto here, we'll highlight the transaction on the spreadsheet side, so on the left-hand side here. So you can do it vice versa as well. So if you want to see this transaction, it will highlight it there. Have a look at the closing balance and simply press on to create, and then it will populate all of the bank transactions here within the platform. So now what you'd have to do is match these transactions off. So we do have an AI prediction. So the system does get quite confident if the bank statement has the relevant information. So here, accounting fee, interest payments. Now, if you're quite confident that the AI has chosen the right account, there may be some instances where here the AI is unable to match this transaction because there is no units within there. So if I put in the amount of units purchased, it will give me the ability to match. You are also able to multiple match. So if I click onto here and multiple match, it will match all of the transactions for you in bulk, and maybe some further information are required. So like I mentioned, maybe some units there, or if you're aware it's a share split, you are also able to split the transaction into maybe two or three to ensure that the accounting is done correctly for that purchase. While also able to upload CSV, but PDF is a much more efficient method. Now, under our matching rules, we also have here, you are able to create rules to further automate your processes. So if your client is getting rent every month, rather than manually matching it or waiting for the data feed to come through, you can organize a rule here. So I've created a rent will automatically go into this property income account when it hits this particular bank account. So once that occurs, it will automatically match the transaction rather than you manually matching it. If I go on to the chart of accounts here, so we do have a general set of chart of accounts with income, expense accounts alike. You are able to add additional accounts if need be, maybe a new bank account to the SMSF, or maybe a niche expense for a property that you may need. I've added one here called a Carlos expense just to show you we do give you that flexibility. Now, if I go back onto the transaction list, this will show you all the transactions here. So auto match can come from matching rules or, two data feeds, contract notes, and the bank feed speaking to one another. Manually matched is what I've done with the PDF. So I clicked onto physically manually matched. And unmatched isn't necessarily a bad thing. It might be it's just come into the software and you haven't yet processed it, or you might be waiting on further information from the trustee. So maybe you're waiting on shares for this particular one here. Once you've got them, you simply put in the units and then you're able to, match that transaction off. We do give you the flexibility of a general journal as well. So if you like to still do a manual, you are able to do that if need be, maybe for a small adjustment. We do give you that ability. Now I'll move over to the investment side of things. So our balance review screen is where you're able to see the quarterly holdings with the share registry. So have the third party data here and also Simple Fund 360 to see if there's any variances. If there's a variance and maybe simply you haven't yet put in a transaction to Simple Fund 360, that's why there might be a difference. But most of the time, if you've got Simple Fund up to date with the registry, there wouldn't be any variances. But this is a great way to automate to see if there's any variances. And then if not, there's nothing to worry about. The investment dashboard here, so we give you a bigger version of it, as you would have seen in that fund dashboard screen. So we've got diets and time weighted performance as a default. We also give you the ability to upload an investment strategy into the system. So if your client has an investment strategy or you provide that to them, you can simply enter it into here and have those investment dashboards and also report on an investment strategy. If you'd like to order one, you can order one through Smarter SMSF. We do partner with them, so you are able to get an investment strategy through them and have that inputted into Simple Fund 360. Our investment security list, this is where you'll be able to view all of the investments within one particular SMSF. Now, we do support the following partners for property valuation. So if you have an account or if you're providing the valuation to your client, this is a great way to automate that into Simple Fund 360. If your client provides you the valuation, I will show you how that can be entered into Simple Funds. And these are the supported markets we support for investment data. So this is at a daily basis, at close of business. So the ASX data will be automatically revalued. This comes included in the base subscription, so no need to pay extra for this. And our cryptocurrency feeds as well for the major coins. So Bitcoins, those major coins, if a lot of SMSFs are moving towards that, you're able to get the market data just for correct revaluations at maybe when they've sold that particular investment. For properties, you simply go under our property dashboard screen. So we recently revamped this over the past few months, where you'll be able to see at a global view. So if you've got a bunch of valuations from your clients, rather than going in each SMSF individually, you can go into here and just search the property, and then you'd be able to add the valuation. So really straightforward, simply press on to add, pop in the number, and then you're able to add the source document. If it's already in Simple Fund, if you add it into the document screen, you can just search it. If not, you can drag and drop it as I've done before. Now, once you've uploaded a document into the system, it will stay in the system. So you don't have to upload it twice. If you upload it in one screen, it will automatically flow through into our document screen. We also have an invoice dashboard as well, so you are able to create an invoice for the property. So just to make things a little bit easier for your client again, so try to give you as much value you can provide to your client within Simple Fund 360. Lastly, I'll move over to the corporate actions tab. This is where anything that any DRPs or dividends that are received for the SMSF can be processed. Simply press on to process, and then what will then happen is it will populate if it is a DRP or if it's you are able to change the income type. It'll have all the information pre-filled for you, so you don't need to do any guesswork or do it yourself. All you have to do is process this, click onto here, and it's a 2-for-1. Not only will it process the corporate action, it will also create the journal within the transaction list. So you don't have to do that yourself, just simply press onto that button and it will do it for you. Now I'll move to our compliance tab. So this is where you'll be able to have a look at your distribution tax automation. So this is where for annual tax statements for managed funds, there's two ways to get it in the system. If there's a lightning bolt here, it means BGL has entered that in based off the data, or if it's got a little SD here, it means the document has been uploaded by a user within Simple Fund. Now there's two ways to upload it, one in our document screen, and also you can just simply attach the document here. I've done it in the past just to kind of speed things up, but once I click onto here, I can either generate the tax data that BGL is entered in or extract it from the PDF. So the PDF will be viewed on the left-hand side, and it'll have all the information populated on the right-hand side here. So you don't have to manually type this in. You can kind of speed up your workflows rather than doing this for multiple funds. You simply can either upload a data, or if we've done it for you, all you have to do is just generate the tax data and post it or mark it as reviewed within the platform. If I go under our period compliance tab, this is where you'll be able to kind of finalize and begin the year-end work for the SMSF. So this is our create entries process. Simply press onto the button there and it'll calculate the profit and income tax for the period and allocate it to the members based off the daily weighted average balance. Now, not only will it do that, it will also populate our tax return. So like I mentioned, you can lodge a tax return within Simple Fund 360. If there are any zero tax users or Lodgit users, you are also able to export that out from Simple Fund into those platforms if you prefer. But Simple Fund is probably the most efficient method as all the data is stored here with all the income information for the SMSF and all the appropriate sections on the left-hand side here. To lodge, you simply click on to validate, and then it will validate, and then you'll be able to lodge directly to the ATO. So no need to do it externally, but we do give you that option with Xero and the Lodgit software. Now, if I go under our work papers, so this is where you'll be able, like I mentioned, we have our own inbuilt accounting work papers. So to generate the work papers, simply press onto here, select a preparer and reviewer. The reviewer can be the auditor, so you can invite them into the software at no additional cost. That's a great way to kind of speed up your workflow, and the auditor gets, gets access to the fund without, needing you to send them reports. If I click into distributions received, for example, I'm able to attach documents here. So if it's been entered into the system, you can search it up. If it hasn't at that stage, you can drag and drop it from your computer. We've got here all the supporting documentation I've uploaded in the past. We've got here a standardized checklist. So to attach all the tax statements, you can check them off and also you can add additional checklist items. Now, the reviewer can also put a rework required here. So if, for example, with the statuses, this can be put rework from the reviewer. If it's ready to go, you're also able to go into here and notify the reviewer. Your entity is ready for review. The reviewer can come in and review it. If the needs to be reworked, they can also send an email notification to the user just so they can maybe add in a further document or clarify a particular issue. If the auditor doesn't want to be invited into the software, you can also export the work papers out. So we do give you that flexibility, but our recommendation is obviously to try to get the auditor in to speed up your workflows and speaking with them. Now, under our documents screen, this is where you're able to upload your documentation. And also when documents have been uploaded via other various points, it will always store in this particular screen here. So this entity folder is in direct relation to the work paper. So if you drag a document in here, it will automatically populate it in the work paper screen. So you are able to drag and drop it, or you can do a bulk upload into here with all the documentation, go into the work paper screen and just search the document and attach it to that particular account, just to ensure that all the source documentation is attached to the correct account. Now, under our reports here, so we do have access to, over 100 reports. I've created a report pack here, so you can create this global within the platform. So rather than manually making a report pack every time, you can have one saved, or you can have various ones as well. So maybe if the client prefers a detailed version, you can give a detailed pack. But this is just a generic, 4 reports that most people send out to the clients. So I'll simply press onto preview and show you what our reports do look like. This is just a basic statement of financial position. You're able to put in your company logo here and change this, color line if you prefer as well to maybe be consistent. We do have, as you can see here, a comparison between the current and last year's financials. So your clients can see, yep, properties have gone up and they're able to see all of their, the differences between the two. Operating statements, same concept, comparisons between this year and last year, so they can see, if they've received any dividends, maybe they've gone up compared to last year and they've made more money. The member statement here, so similar concept we have this year. So this is just a new member. That's why there's no comparison to last year. Same with this one as well. So you're able to go in there and see all the members' information within the platform and an investment summary here as well, which shows you all the investments that the fund holds just at a basic level. We do have various financial reports as well. So if we click onto investment reports, we've got an unrealized capital gains report as well. So if your client would like to see each parcel level, this is a great way to show them that, and they can see the accounting costs and the market value to see how much they've made over a particular, maybe financial year. We've also got our smart reports. So this is a great way to get a financial analysis. So we have our AI assistant, which can be also found on the top here. So this is a great way to see access to all of our bots. So we've got an ATO assistant. You can ask questions about ATO related matters, BGL assistant for funds within the platform, global investment, financial analysis, which is what the smart reports are. So I clicked on to analyze financial current year, and this will show me the current analysis for this particular SMSF in that particular time period. So you can provide this to the client to give them, that added value. We also have Division 296. So we do stay on top of the regulatory changes once they are announced, and we do build features, whether that be AI related or anything else that may be required just to assist you with your work. And so you can get everything all in the one place rather than going to different various places. But within here as well, you are able to do it within this screen. So if you just want to do quick financial analysis, you can do it here. Our AI assistant is similar to ChatGPT, but we built it in-house. So you can, it is stored within BGL systems. So you can analyze the financial year, last 3 years. If you'd like to show them 3-year growth, we do give you that option within the platform. It isn't just limited to one report here. So if I go up, we've got the trial balance, general ledger, statement of financial position, operating statement, and a statement of cash flows as well. So you can go into here and see the reporting for the cash flow perspective. And that's basically the reporting within the platform. Now I'll go over to our members screen. So we've recently just enhanced this member dashboard UI with our last update. So this is where you'll be able to view your members at a great kind of overview. So rather than doing it in that fun dashboard screen, you can see here this person's at, maybe at their cap or gone over in this instance, and you're able to see the balances and so forth. You are able to go into the members here and you are able to commence a pension within this here platform. You're also able to see the pension accounts and contributions. So this is just a great way we do increase our UI based off customer feedback. And also if we see fit, we will make our clients' lives a little bit easier with enhanced, the UI here. Now, I did also mention workflow jobs before. So if you are a manager and you like to delegate, your colleagues from work, you are able to do it within the platform. So you are able to create a job here. Simply press on the entity. So if I was to search up, this fund here, you can call it annual processing. If you have a template, you simply press onto here, and then you're able to, start maybe the due date and put a particular due date, maybe, financial year end. Simply press onto attach, and then you can assign it. So we'll say I'll assign it to myself here. And then once that's done, you can add tasks. So you can say complete processing as an example, generate reports, work papers. So we give you that flexibility to do what you're required, and then I can simply go back and then add more if need be. But you're also able to see here, this is one I just created. And also, if you're a user as in Simple Fund, they can go jobs for me and see all the jobs that are for them. And then also go into here and see tasks for me as well. So they can go through here, maybe have a quick look and go, yep, these are the tasks I have for the Carlos Demo Fund. And if I go back here as well, you can also show jobs just for this one here. So if you're a manager, again, you want to see who's working on it. You go, yep, I've got these two people working on this particular fund. So this is a great way to utilize our jobs feature and stay on track of what your colleagues are doing within the platform. So here's some client feedback that we've received for Simple Fund 360. So this is one is from our legacy desktop product. They moved to Simple Fund 360 for them as a no-brainer as they've transitioned into a fully cloud practice, which most firms are moving towards, which gives you the ability to log in anywhere and also easy access for all users within the platform. Some people prefer the document reading with our Smart Docs feature. As you can see here with the automation, the software can run out itself. You have the data feeds turned on, and also we have integrations with actuarial providers. Also, as you can see here, all the information in one spot, and the data feeds as well. Like I mentioned, it's a great way to automate your transactions. So it saves you for that processing time, and you maybe can add extra value to your clients. We've got Diane here, which is kind of another feedback, which is showing the efficiency and accuracies of Simple Fund 360. So for her, they automate as much as they can, but it is saving time on their processing and streamlining other particular, processes, not only for SMSFs, but maybe for other parts of their business they can focus on. And also what is essential for accounting firms is building that relationship with the client. Rather than focusing on their processing, you can rely on Simple Fund to speed up your processing and build a better relationship with your client and provide them, compliance assistance. So how do you get started? Once you've purchased Simple Fund 360, our client success team will work to get your funds on board by converting your data via opening balances on the financial reports you upload into the system and potentially more data as well. The onboarding includes a training session with your team, and fund conversions are free for the amount of funds you've purchased as well. So if you purchase all of your funds, be able to get them onboarded onto our platform at no cost. And what you've been waiting for, how much Simple Fund 360 will cost you. So Simple Fund at its, the base version is $130 plus GST, which includes unlimited users and support. So no extra cost for our support team. And also you can invite as many users as required, whether that be an auditor or all of your team members. Our data feeds are $45 plus GST per fund per annum. So with the bank side, unlimited bank accounts and unlimited bank transactions. And from the share data perspective, you have unlimited contract notes and quarterly registry data requests, like I showed you earlier with that balance review screen. all transactions flow into Simple Fund 360 when data feeds are turned on. So if you really want to automate your transactions, that's a great way to put them on.